Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gunpla Club. To my digital right is William Potter.
Hello, I'm ready for some cruel angels.
Indeed. To my digital left is Choppermon.
I am the third impact.
And on another planet is Callum Gunn.
I'm a bad dad.
How? Oof. Oh, that's not good, Cal.
Nasty
I thought
dad.
we were doing Evangelion references.
Not real life.
Right, yeah.
Shit. So, as you may or may not have seen, we have not recorded in a while, so we might be a little bit rusty.
As you've definitely
But-
not seen or heard. We've been out of the game for a little while there.
Yeah. So how we all doing, lads? What's going on in your life?
Well, I think I'm the only one that's not fallen into the deep pit of despair that is Final Fantasy XIV.
I can confirm.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's less of a pit of despair and more of a paddling pool of pleasantries.
Is that a Metacritic quote?
It is
Pool of
actually.
pleasantries. William Potter, GameSpot.com. Final Fantasy 14 review. 10
And
out
what
of
I mean
10.
by that is it's shallow and it's got girls what are bunny rabbits.
The perfect game.
It has more than that. It's a great game.
It's great. I'm really enjoying it.
It's really good.
I haven't played an
It's really
MMO
good.
for about 9 years since I put two years of my life into World of Warcraft. And it was like slipping on a warm pair of aetherite breeches or whatever, you know.
It's a comfy game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
You've
It feels
relapsed.
good.
It does feel a
I've got
little
the
bit like a
shakes.
relapse.
I've got the shakes. I've not played it today. I've got the shakes. It's not good.
I've had an hour and a half on there already.
So you got your top up before the recording.
Yeah, I can last because I'm out tomorrow night. So, oh god, it's not going to be easy.
For anyone interested, I've logged 4 days of playtime. in a month.
Oh,
Nice.
I think I'm on 2.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what
You're
we're
very
doing.
efficient then, Callum, because
Yeah,
I think I've played it longer than you, but you're like a higher level, further in the story.
like I say, man, it's the old habits die hard. Old habits dab hard.
Yeah, I played a lot of Guild Wars back in the day.
Yeah.
About 12 years ago, and vowed never to touch an MMO again.
Yeah, I don't know
Here we
how.
are.
I don't know how this has got its claws into me so
know.
readily.
Yeah, no, I was willing to take it, which is the thing.
Yeah, I think
Anyway.
I'm looking forward to it kind of dying down a bit for me, so I can just play it like a normal person.
Yeah, me too, actually. This is a podcast about giant robots.
Yes.
What are we doing? This is our Evangelion special. We will be talking about Evangelion later, basically.
Do you know there's also apparently giant robots coming to Fortnite?
Really?
Oh,
I'm not doing a
Apparently.
Fortnite podcast, boys. I'm not.
No.
we're not talking about
Do they
that.
doubt?
I played it
If you wanna-
once, and I don't
Listen-
understand it. It's too fast for me.
Listen,
all these whizzing big
if you're
kids.
listening to this and you want Fortnite chat, go and listen to your streamers and your VTubers and your YouTubers
VTubers.
and your Wikus and whatnots.
But only the ones
Yeah.
that aren't racist or violent.
Pervs.
Paedophiles.
Yeah.
Pervs, violence, racists. You know, you got a mixed bag when it comes to those Fortnite's YouTube VTubers.
Yeah, just blame Epic.
Yeah, Epic Games is the enemy. Right.
Epic is turning
What we've been building.
balanced adults into pedos. Shall I go first? I've got a continuation of last episodes.
Yes.
Continue.
Yeah, I finished what seems like forever ago now. The RG Zaku 2. And I believe I was singing its praises last episode, and those praises will remain sung. It's great kit. The metal pens that I talked about, the chrome pens I got last time, are awesome. Like just
They
for
look great.
embellishments on the kit. And after a top coat, like a nice, juicy, thick top coat,
Daddy.
straight from the udder. It's a great kit. It looks amazing when it's got that nice matte finish. So muchos recomendos, as they say nowhere.
That's the thing.
Yep.
Juicy top coat, daddy.
That's my name now.
Slather me in that 1 inch of top coat.
Absolutely. It's like suspended in a block of top coat.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, great. And I've got the Wing Zero, the RG Wing Zero to start next. Meant to get round to it this week, but it's been real. I've been really slammed with work. Yeah, work, definitely.
And
it's been work.
Final Fantasy. I have the RG Wing Zero custom, so maybe I should build the custom and you should build the Zero for next time we record.
I'm game.
I'm game. Let's do that. That's good.
I'm in the game. EA Sports. I'm in the game. God.
Fuck. Ollie, what you been building?
I haven't built a tremendous amount because I've been crunching like a motherfucker on my goddamn video game. But I
Jason Schreier's going to give you a call.
yeah, an expose on Kotaku. Yeah. I did a custom Zaku head, which was one of those gachapon 500 yen small kits. Gave that a grey and orange paint job and put a little Japanese army officer from Tamiya sat on top of him. It
looks really good, man.
Thank you very much. There's not a lot to say about the kit because it is pretty simple, but it is really like fun and cute and nice to put together. It's got moving parts as well, like the eye moves and the head opens up and stuff. So if you get a chance to get your hands on one, I would definitely go for it.
Wow. They are very good.
Yeah.
Though. Those Zaku heads are perfect for customizing.
No, I'm trying to work out what I'm going to do next. I've got the RG Torgis, which I think I've said that I'm going to build for the last few podcasts and never done. Or I've got
That's a good kit.
Don't want to shock anyone, but I've got a stack of Iron-Blooded Orphans kits to build as well. So I might do one of those.
We got some news to discuss about as well later on in the show. So I've not built anything, but I did buy some. I was naughty. I was really bad.
You were.
Really bad. It's really bad. So in a moment of madness in December, I put in a pre-order for the Unit 1 metal build.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know, metal builds are like pre-assembled, pre-painted figures, but they are like the dog's fucking bollocks, basically. It's like they're usually a total redesign of the suit or the robot it's portraying. And it comes with loads of accessories. They're really cool. And the Ava Unit 1 sold out in like seconds. But I found it on this weird UK website.
Oh, yeah.
So I put a deposit down, and then when it was actually released, I was like, shit, I don't have any money. So I was just like, I can't really pay for this. Can I cancel it? And they were just like, oh no, dude, we'll hold it for you until you can afford it.
Oh, that's cool.
Like,
That's pretty good.
That was very cool of them. So shout outs to you, Middle Rome UK. But in that process, they have also fucked me because I could have just not bought this thing.
Yeah.
But I did. And good golly, is it one of the most beautiful fucking things. It's the nicest figure that I've ever touched. It's incredible.
So
go on.
You said that they're kind of redesigns of the suits, and that was going to be my question because I haven't seen any of like the rebuild of Evangelion, and Unit 1 does not appear like that metal build kit in the series. So is that like it's not taken from any of the new movies? That is just a new design.
It's not taken from any of the new movies. So what they actually did was, it's the first redesign of EVA Unit 1 that's been done by the original designer.
Oh, cool.
So he did the design of this new metal build version, which has a bunch of added details. I've changed a few bits and bobs here and there. He has designed different Evangelions though. So if you look for figures of Unit 1, you'll see Unit 1 Anima, and that's a lot what this looks like. It's more riffing on more highlights and tones in the figure itself. So like you'll find a lot more yellow in it, for example, rather than just plain purple boy, really. But yeah, it comes with a massive stand, about 1 million accessories. I'm gonna take it off its stand. I feel really terrible like holding it because like these things, because well, they're not made of metal. They're PVC on the outside, but the inside skeleton, like all the joints and stuff, are full metal.
Oh.
Does it require much assembly?
No, not at all. It comes pre-assembled.
Oh, cool.
It's all pre-assembled. Aside from the base, which you do have to sort of assemble a little bit, but that's just slotting pieces into each other. But yeah, it's all metal. It feels really weighty, and the paint job is near immaculate. Like, it's perfect. Like, I do not know what more to say about this. Like, the range of motion on all of its limbs looks amazing. You got quite a few option parts here and there because the redesign also had extra armor for like shins and stuff. But I'm not too hot on that, so I've just left it like bare, basically, just holding a fucking knife. So yeah, but they've redesigned all the weapons, so the pallet rifle looks a lot more detailed. You can add a bayonet knife onto it. It comes with 2 samurai swords, and these are all painted, by the way. These look incredible. But yeah, I don't know what else to say aside from it's amazing, and I'm terrified of it.
The thing with Eva, though, is there aren't many robots in that show. So
No.
you've bought a Unit 1. You never have to buy one again, and you've bought the best one. So
This is the thing, right? So my history with getting a decent Unit 1 it goes back about 10, 12 years.
Oh, so this is not your first Unit 1?
No, this is my first Unit 1.
Oh, okay.
But I was at a Comic-Con when I was younger, and the Revoltech Evangelions, the first ones, not the TV versions, came out, right?
I have some of those.
And yeah, they're really nice for the time they were anyway. And I had just enough money to buy an EVA Unit 1, but I didn't. Instead, I bought a cheap Cloud Strife action figure.
Oh, the dark path.
Right?
Wow.
A dark path indeed. And ever since that day, and the Cloud Strife action figure was fucking shit. Like, it was just a total pile of wank. And every single day, I lamented the fact that I did not have an EVA Unit 1 in my possession. And once I saw this, I knew that was it. I was fucked.
Well, if you're going to do it right.
Yeah, if I'm going to get a Unit 1 and wait 12 years to get a Unit 1, I might as well get the best fucking Unit 1 that has ever been fucking made. Right?
I like how you've sort of excused this to yourself. You've like gone, yeah, this is... I'm how much was it again?
£250.
So you had to do a lot of convincing in your brain to get yourself to buy this.
I've done some serious fucking black flips, Will. It's on my desk right now because I don't want to put it on the shelf because it's too nice. I want to look at it every day.
Absolutely.
It is really like I posed it a bit when I got it out and was like setting it up and all that. And the mouth moves, it moves open and stuff, and the jaw inside is all painted.
Nice.
One of the design differences is that the green things on its shoulders.
Yeah.
They aren't attached to its shoulders directly anymore, and they're a bit smaller. So usually in the show, like that bit would open up and he'd get the knife out. But you can't do that because it's just too thin. So there are some key differences.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And it doesn't come with a removable entry plug either, which a lot of Unit 1 figures do. But
You're planning to shrink yourself down and...
Well, listen, if you saw this in the flesh, you would want to be inside it.
Fill it with iron brew.
So the base is actually really cool. So you have... It looks like the one in the show, where they launch the Evas from.
Yeah.
But there are also these shackles on its arms, so you can like shackle it in.
Nice.
And all the weapons sit on the side as well, and you can attach them all nice. But there's also an an umbilical cord, power cord thing that plugs into the back of it. And this is, from what I can see, the only flaw of this figure. The cord is made out of rubber, and the rubber is really static and attracts a fair amount of dust.
Oh no.
So, like, it's a bit dusty. I've had it out for about a week. Like, it's acceptable dusty. Like, but this thing will need to be this rubber cord. I'm sure down the line, when the years go by, will become the bane of my fucking life.
Is it the
I can
type
just
do you
tell.
think will get sticky over time?
It certainly looks like it. I mean, you make a £250 figure and you skimp out on the fucking rubber cord.
Yeah,
Come
that
on.
seems a bit of an oversight.
It is immaculate, though. It is. My problem now, right, is that they've announced Unit 2.
I was about to ask, what would make you spend another 250 quid on a metal build?
Unit 2 is my favourite Evangelion.
But I was wondering if there's any Gundam that would, if they did one.
If there was a Gundam, I don't know, because I really don't know what Gundam would make me spend that much. Because I can think, okay, what if a bootlegger just gets a hold of it and makes a model kit out of it?
Do you get
like the Destiny or the Strike Freedom?
Do you get bootleg metal builds as well?
Yeah, absolutely you do. So it's just Chinese metal builds.
Yeah.
They've just released the 00, for example.
Do you want to say which company does that so we can get them shut down as well? Continue your long trend.
No, I've stopped doing it. I've stopped naming the companies which make these things because they keep getting shut down. No, but there's a 00 metal build, but there's also a crossbone metal build that exists, and it's extremely nice. It is like, it looks amazing. If you can get up a picture of the metal build crossbone, do it now, or the metal build F91. The F91 was redesigned by Kunio Okawara and looks incredible as well. And the paint jobs that they do on these really do it justice.
This is nice. This crossbone.
Yeah, right? It's nicer than any Gunpla kit.
Yeah.
Well, bar the RG, but I've not got it. Have I? Yeah, the crossbone is really nice. But I think if there was a single Gundam to make me drop another 250 quid, it'd probably be the Impulse Gundam.
Oh.
From Seed Destiny. Because if it came with the different armor and could like deattach and reattach and stuff like that, and if they gave it a decent redesign like they did with Destiny and Strike Freedom, then yeah, I would. Because at heart, I will always be a Seed Destiny apologist.
So, have you got any buyer's remorse at all?
Well, I mean, I'm poor.
But do you regret that?
No.
Good.
Not
Good.
a single ounce. Because anytime anyone comes, and if you look at it in the flesh, you'll be like, that is amazing. If you do not know what Evangelion is, you'll look at that and be like, holy shit. Do you know what I mean? It's a good centerpiece, I feel.
Good.
It's about 25-30 centimeters tall.
Oh shit.
As well. So it's fairly sizable.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a lanky boy, but it's extremely nice. It's just too nice to feel any kind of remorse. Like, it's just too nice. I feel bad touching it, and if I haven't washed my hands or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, you also have to be careful posing it because the paint can rub off if you like play with it, but I don't intend on doing that.
Yeah, sweaty hands in the British summertime.
Yeah, very acidic.
Yeah.
But no, the metal build Evangelion, like my biggest problem now is Unit 2. Because if you look at photos of metal build Unit 2, it looks amazing.
Is there a Unit 0?
Not that I know of yet.
I mean,
there
that is
almost certainly will be.
That is the shittest of the three, surely.
Yeah. But this is a massive, this is a massive cash grab.
Yeah,
Like, they
that's
can just
insane.
make the entire EVA line. You know? And at that point, you're looking at, okay, let's do the Unit 4 mass production type. Like, you know, it'll be bad. It'll be very bad. It comes out in 134 days. but I've just booked a trip to Japan. So
Oh yeah.
if I didn't do that, I would have definitely pre-ordered Unit 2. But
When are they going to do a metal build Ramiel Angel? That's what I want.
oh dear. Anyway, let's get on to some news.
Oh yeah.
Earth is in trouble.
Enemy attack! Enemy attack!
We need the Gundams.
It's here.
All new Gundam wing action figure model kits.
That's a mobile suit!
Build your own Gundam mobile suit.
A Gundam!
Snap together multicolor pieces. No glue required.
Evangelion has arrived on Netflix.
It has.
Yes.
So, for those not in the know, and are most likely dirty anime pirates, like me, I should add.
Well, yeah, that's all of us.
EVA has not been available legally to watch for about 10 years. So, they redubbed it. The translation is not good.
Did you
We
hear
won't get
about
into the whole
why?
discussion. Yeah.
It was some weird
Yeah.
thing where an audience at an anime con were laughing at a translation, and then Gainax were like, "Oh shit!" Even though,
Really?
yeah,
It was the 3.33 rebuild movie, and there wasn't a lot of oversight on the translation, and the translators kind of just went for it. You know, they weren't making a joke out of it or anything, but it wasn't the most literal of translations, and they kind of pushed some of the themes a bit harder, and it became a laughingstock at this con, and there was a representative of Gainax. Who was that? Was it Gainax or I forget who? And then they reported back, and that's when they went into lockdown and made it have much more literal translations, and that's why I think we see the bit with the retranslation with the stuff later on in the new Netflix. I don't know how early we're going to get into spoilers, but
We will get into
the relationship at the end.
See, I heard it was the guy in charge of localizing this one that just
Well, he
took
is
out a lot of
into
stuff.
he is into the porn of young children.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. What do you mean? Because that's
like hentai of young girls. Like the guy who did the translation for Evangelion is well into little girls, basically.
cool.
He's a ponce.
But there's also wow, okay, some heavy words being thrown around here. But isn't there a line where it was localized to say that the terrorists were lefties or something? I don't know if that was in the original.
I mean, are you really surprised after hearing that he is a bad man?
Well, not just that
Hentai
man.
he's a bad man, but the stuff that he has translated, or it's his pet project or something that he writes, is about
Right.
little girls fighting, I think, for the Axis in World War II or something like that. So there's some iffiness there. But
Isn't it Strike Witches? I think it's Strike Witches, right? And he makes doujinshi for it. Yeah.
oh, is that what it is?
I blame Twitter for everything. Really, at this point.
But this is Netflix. This is Netflix we're talking about. I know they just had to walk back another show and remove a suicide scene or something. But come on. I mean, surely someone watched it. You'd hope at least that they'd have, after all that hype for this, there was an announcement for a trailer for the release date of Evangelion on Netflix. It's a big deal.
yeah,
And then immediately, within, I think, a few hours of it coming out, everyone was poo-pooing it because of this poor localization.
But
it comes from Gainax
you know,
though. That's Gainax is.
Studio Kara, technically, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll get onto that.
The description,
Anyway.
the explanation I'd heard for the leftist terrorist thing was, it was kind of the Japanese perception of, and this was a Twitter thread, so God knows if anything ever written on Twitter is correct.
The sarin gas tanks
Yeah,
and stuff
because
like
that was,
Oh, right.
it was a kind of, I believe they were describing themselves as
a
a
cult,
left-leaning.
Aum
Shinrikyo.
Shinrikyo, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the guy who sold his bathwater before gamer girls were doing it.
I didn't expect that.
That's actually true.
Oh man.
He was like,
That-
yeah, it's just make tea with it or something. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
Follow me on
let's not go
YouTube
into-
for the bathwater comparison.
The unboxing.
Oh no. Jeez. No, but basically, it's it's surrounded in controversy, that translation.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, there's a couple other
ultimately,
things. Well,
if you're watching it, I don't think it's that bad.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, "Fly Me to the Moon" was another thing that was missing.
Yeah, that's weird. They just put like.
I think that's quite bad. Because
I mean, I'm not gonna cry about it like literally everyone else in the world, but it is like it's quite jarring.
It
is because you expect "Fly Me to the Moon."
Yeah.
For people that don't know, that song plays over the end credits in the original.
Isn't it a different version?
In the
each
later
time?
episodes, they're sung by the people who voice characters in Evangelion.
Nice.
Ah, that's cool.
So that's what they do when they have like an Asuka episode. Yeah. It's sung by Asuka's voice actor.
But on Netflix, it's like this library music. It's just something they picked out of some website, like Piano Moods 5.
It's a Ryan McLeod joint there, isn't it?
Yeah. They should have just asked me.
Royalty-free sensation, Ryan McLeod.
But I equate that to like losing. Cause some people say it's not a big deal, but I equate that to losing in the end music from like JoJo.
Yeah, if it didn't have Roundabout, then I'd take to the streets.
And you got to think, like, when it comes to like preserving this stuff, this whole revisionism business isn't very good for it.
No.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying basically is, dirty anime pirates who I dressed before, keep doing you, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Keep doing you.
Trailblazers.
As long as they like fuck up releases like this, just keep downloading anime.
I mean, it's the same argument for games, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of work into preserving old games. It's just, some people call it piracy, but some people call it preservation, because who else is going to catalogue and archive these works of art that would otherwise
who else
disappear?
is going to catalogue every NES, SNES, and N64 ROM on their external hard drive?
Exactly.
Who else is going to do it but me?
You're doing God's work.
Can I shock you?
I know.
I'm right there with you.
The thing is, like, we all nerds like us. Sorry,
Steady on.
Speaking for myself here. I hate to just throw around that term so
All
loosely.
us fellow geeks.
We like to support the things we enjoy.
Yeah.
If a Blu-ray box set with Evangelion came out with a decent translation, most of us would probably buy it and would have already bought it by now. So that's why there was a lot riding on Netflix. It's a shame, but hopefully we get something better later on.
It's like prohibitively expensive to physically own. It reminds me of another terrible Western release, which was of something very dear to my heart. It's Legend of the Galactic Heroes, right? I don't know if any of you have heard about this.
Only from you talking about it.
It's 110 episode OVA, 3 movies, a side story, and some OVAs, right? It's never been released before, right? It got licensed in America last year, and they've put out a box set with all of it, right? Would you like to hazard a guess at how much it costs?
300 quid.
Oh boy.
No. No. It's $800.
Jesus.
What?
That's about 300 quid. Nice one, Ollie.
For the Legend of the Galactic Heroes premium box set. And there's no other way to own it legally in the West.
But there's a lot of that, right? I'm not saying like $800 amount.
I mean, that's a lot of entertainment.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who has $800 to drop on anime?
No.
Mate, someone just bought a Pokemon card for $60,000.
Okay, maybe there are some people, but this is fucking.
Then it got
Legend of
lost in the
Galactic
mail.
Heroes. This isn't a Pokemon card. This isn't something that used to be a craze in the 90s. This is Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Oof,
Well, are you
used
going to take
be.
that?
Used to be.
Oh,
Wow.
Fuck, here we go.
Wow. No, I'm leaving it there, mate. I'm going to let it simmer for the next couple of years. I'm going to turn up at your house. I'm going to fucking
Kill my
demand you listen to me as I talk to you about the difference between shinies and reverse hollows.
Reverse.
Listen, Will, I don't know if you remember, but I was literally at the Pokemon World Championships 2 years ago.
That's true. I remember that.
Yes.
Cuck.
Wow.
Anyway.
Okay.
Speaking of Blu-rays and all that business, all the anime are putting out some more Gundam stuff. So
They're
all
reprinting some stuff as well.
all you UK bods like us
Wait,
can
I might have missed
finally
this.
get their hands on some more stuff. They've got Char's Counterattack coming out soon. It's in a nice collector's edition with some art cards and a poster, I think.
Yeah.
And finally, Gundam Wing. Part 1 collector's edition is on its way. I think 60 quid for part 1 of Wing. And December Sky as well. And they've got some represses of the movie trilogy and Zeta.
Yeah, so
And
I was
they've got
wanting
more
that trilogy
for
a
they've got
while.
more coming for the 40th anniversary. So yeah,
Apparently.
Turn A.
Turn A.
Turn A when?
Fuck.
News of that coming soon, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
No, if you look in America, War in the Pocket Blu-ray is coming.
Yeah, but they've
Like-
America's had everything for ages. Right Stuff have been
but
putting
no-
out everything over there. So
Yeah,
lucky people.
but
Wait.
don't you know the story of War in the Pocket? Like
I've seen it. Aye.
no, as in like the Masters. They've just recently released War in the Pocket again
Oh right.
on Blu-ray in Japan because they found the Masters.
Oh nice.
So this is a version of that. So it's not a 480p fucking upscale.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
So-
hopefully we get that. I can't remember the ones they said were coming in the pipeline, but I will have a look there now, and
Yeah.
I'll let you know when
Alright.
I find it.
Are Blu-rays region free?
Depends what kind.
Oh, okay.
The blue
Well,
ones.
I'm going to I'm going to America soon, so I wonder if I can pick up
Yeah.
Turn A. Nah, I'll just wait till it comes out here. I think.
Yeah, I want to have
£70
like
per
the
part.
Yeah.
because all the anime ones come out like with the same sort of box art, so it's like
Yeah.
nice to have.
Matching spines.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't own many Blu-rays. In fact, I only own the Lord of the Rings trilogy extended editions. So I've bought my second Blu-ray, which is the Gundam movie trilogy, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
So
the summer
I'm sorry.
of Gundam.
I want to rant about this. £60 for part 1 of Gundam Wing. So I know this is
it's-
5 minutes ago.
It's 4 Blu-rays.
But yes, £60. 60. It does come with a limited edition rigid storage box, which is a cardboard box. £60.
Yeah.
It's only 1,000 units, I suppose, but still, like,
I mean, if there are only 1,000,
But what does
they
that
need to
matter?
cover
And in the
licensing.
grand scheme of things, what the fuck does 1,000 units matter? Because, you know, it's not like there's a scarcity of, like, you can't, it's not like, I'm sat at my computer right now, I can make every episode of Gundam appear in a very short space of time. So it's not like, you know, they're incredibly rare. It's hard to get hold of these things or anything. It's
no.
and then charging 60
I
quid for the
reckon-
privilege of having something that is artificially rare because they haven't made any more of it.
I think
And-
it's to cover licensing costs. It's a minimum amount to cover licensing costs.
But surely, like, if any Gundam show is going to sell, it's Wing. Like, that's the one most people have
That's
seen.
probably why it's 60 quid versus Zeta Gundam being £41.
But why are they only making 1,000? Okay, maybe this is just a limited edition,
this
but
might-
there's,
that'll be
there's
the
no
limited
other version that I can see.
Yeah. Double Zeta's collector's editions have not sold out. Bless.
All the anime, if you're listening, get on the blower. We want to talk this over. Straighten a few things out, all right? 4 Blu-rays. That's
Can you send us some
£15
free
a
Blu-rays,
disc.
please? Send us free Blu-rays, please.
Yeah, if you send us some for free, then everything's
We
fine.
really like you.
Forget what I just said about pirating every episode of Gundam this evening. Not even pirating it; it's on YouTube, like, officially.
It is. It literally is, yeah.
That's true. And also, I suppose anime has, you know, we've been conditioned to expect higher prices. Like, you know, what, a VHS or a DVD used to be 20 quid and have like 3 episodes. And it's like, bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's not easy trying to support them sometimes.
I remember when I was a teenager, I used to not eat and save the lunch money, then go to the Blockbuster and see what anime was in the 4 for £20.
Oh.
Yeah. I have
Weeb.
half-completed collections of so many series
Damn.
at my parents' house. Had Robotech, fucking piece of shit. Macross Plus, loads of stuff. Cashin as well, the original Cashin. Yeah, but you know, I miss Blockbuster, lads.
Me too.
Anyway, Gundam Build Divers has a new show coming out.
Is it going to be good this time?
I don't know. I'm not really that inspired by any.
No,
of this
we're
yet.
not doing this. We're not doing a second depression podcast.
Okay, right.
Positivity.
Let's watch the Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise trailer.
Okay, I can commit to that. What do we know about it so far?
Wow.
I watched the trailer when it came out.
Is it same characters?
No, I don't think so.
You post a link in the thing.
In the Discord? Yes,
Or the doc. Either or.
okay, I'll post it in the doc.
Put it in the doc.
So as part of this... So the Gundam Re-Rise trailer is part of this Gundam 40th promotional video where they're doing loads of stuff around Gundam, basically. They got a big presence at Comic-Con. They want to
Beyond.
make a whole thing of their 40th anniversary. So they got Hathaway's Flash on the way.
They're running out of time, like. It's halfway through.
Oh, that is... The trailer is not in there.
United States is going crazy for Gundam.
Gundam will occupy all of San Diego.
Oh, no.
Is this like is that a threat?
Jeez.
Fucking convention center crumpled under the foot of a Zaku. I hope
Okay.
so.
Games.
Oh no, that's the wrong trailer.
Oh lads, they're giving away paper Gundam visors that you can wear on your head.
Sick.
Damn it.
Okay, so in this
Nice.
video, not the last one, about Gundam's crushing San Diego, in this video, it will have like a 5-second snippet of Re-Rise, and that's all we know about it. Basically.
I'm clicking.
Yep. Looks like Gundam.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not much to go on there, really.
No, not at all.
You know
They have
what?
Some shots of Hathaway in that as well, which is great.
They should just put us in charge of Gundam. Let's call it Gundam International, and overnight success.
Gundam International. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Gundam International.
Where
I'm way
do I
into
sign?
that.
Oof, that red Xeon cap is slightly problematic. Bit
Is it-
Trump-esque.
Does it look very Nazi?
Make side 3 great again?
Yeah.
Oh, take that out.
So we don't know much about it yet, which means it could be amazing. We just
Could
don't
be.
know yet.
Yes,
Could be amazing.
let's be
Build
optimistic.
Fighters has the capacity to be one of the best Gundam shows.
Yeah, the first one was great.
Build Divers has the capacity to be one of the best Gundam shows.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember Gundam Breaker? Remember New Gundam Breaker?
What?
I don't remember New Gundam Breaker. I never played it.
Speaking of quality Gundam
That's on
Breaker.
PC, right?
Huh?
New Gundam Breaker's on PC, right? Because I got a
Yeah,
PC
it is that.
in the interim, so maybe I'll
Yes.
see if I can get it.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be interesting mods for that video game.
That's true.
Yeah, New Gundam Breaker wasn't great. So, I'm completely assuming this, to get any sort of profit out of the tech they built for New Gundam Breaker, they've made New Gundam Breaker Mobile. It is a gacha game where you collect Gundam parts, and there's like actiony bits.
Yeah,
Sounds
And it's
alright.
coming west.
just looking at it, I can't remember what New Gundam Breaker looks like, but this looks like art assets and like the style of Gundam Breaker 3. Like it's giving me heavy, let's aim for parts out vibes.
Yeah, I want that though. I want to.
It's
I wanna-
called,
I wanna aim for parts out.
It's called Gundam Battle in the West, isn't it?
I've no idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
What
it's
is it called? It has a horrific Western name, doesn't it?
yeah,
Is it?
I don't think it's available in Europe yet, is it?
No.
I don't know.
No. Oh no, it's called Gundam Battle: Gunpla Warfare.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
But in Japan,
it has.
it's
So I play some gacha games, and what's cool is that I think this probably says quite a lot about how we consume our entertainment in the year of our Lord 2019. When I'm setting a loading screen for a video game, I can play one of these gacha games because they have auto modes where you don't actively engage with your entertainment, you just let it run for you. And this has that, so you can at least, whilst you're sitting in a queue for your raid in Final Fantasy, you can watch Gundams fight.
That's all right.
And then customize them.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna give it a go. You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that weird app store that you recommended, Ollie.
Uh,
What was it called again?
Well, that is for the Asian version. QOOApp. QOOAPP. That is an app you can install on your Android device, which allows you to install. Like it primarily serves up games that have anime girls in the icon.
Perfect.
From Asia. And so if you want to get involved in Asian gacha games, use that. But after sending that link, I noticed that it is coming to the West, so you don't need to do weird workarounds.
But not Europe.
What? Let me
Yeah,
pre-register
it's
for it
not-
on the old Google Play Store there.
It did.
Yeah.
When I tried it, it wasn't there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
let me-
find it.
Let me just. I'm sure it did. Or it was just one of the little mental breaks that I had.
No, yeah, it's totally not there.
The fuck did I click
The
on?
human cost of crunch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's not there. Fuck knows what I
Man
clicked
signs up
pre-register
to
on.
several anime babe apps, which rinse his bank account.
Cool, right. QApp it is then. Get on it.
I'm on.
Or sideload an APK when it comes
Yeah.
out for you. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. So I think that's about it for news, really. Yeah, so they've basically still got stuff in the pipeline. That 40th anniversary video, it's Comic-Con soon. We're probably going to see some live-action Gundam movie stuff coming up.
Oh shit! You know, that's literally. I've spent all of today putting together a strategy for Comic Con, and I literally didn't even think about Gundam.
You're off the team.
They paid a lot of money to have top billing at Anime Expo, and they've got a massive booth at Comic-Con, it seems.
Is there? This is Legendary we're talking about?
This is Bandai.
Oh, right. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
But they have a panel at Comic-Con with Legendary.
Oh, seriously? When's
think so,
that?
yeah.
Need to take notes.
I don't know, Will. I don't know. This is your job, fam.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up right after this.
If you need someone to pop into the office tomorrow, just let him know. He'll come in and sort this all out for you.
Cheers, mate.
So I think we're going to see some Gundam movie stuff, but don't hold me to that, because Comic-Con is literally a couple of days after we record.
Oh, we always do this. We have an odd talent for waiting until on the cusp of big news.
Big media event.
And then we're like, oh yeah, let's do it now, lads. I mean, in fairness, we wanted to do this for Evangelion, so fuck you.
Specifically.
Guys, I'm downloading JoJo's Match 3 game. Sorry for being a little quiet there while I was...
Coup app delivers.
Yep, immediately. So thanks, Ollie.
Shall we take a slight break before getting on some new kit news?
Sure thing,
Yeah.
baby!
Welcome back to Gunpla Club, and we've got some new kit news. The first point I wrote was Evangelion is cool, huh? But
Well,
let's ignore that. It is very cool. We'll talk about more Eva later. I think the biggest news of our absence was the Master Grade Barbatos.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
At Anime Expo. Coming out this winter, it will come with the smoothbore gun, the big mace, and a 1/100 Mikazuki figure.
That's
and
cool.
Of course, it's katana. So I don't know how I feel about this design, to be honest, in MG form.
I think it looks weird.
I think it looks really strange.
The proportions are
it's the legs.
are wrong. Like Barbatos has a lot of it has a lot of like space between its like the panels and the joints. It looks quite lithe, and I'm not really getting that from the MG.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're trying to do here. Like, I think it's just the legs and the specifically the knees that look really off to me in this figure. And the horn looks odd as well. I really can't put my finger on it. Like, Barbatos seems like a hard one to fuck up, especially when the high resolution one looked pretty good. So, and on that note, a third-party bootlegger has made a kit of equal caliber in plastic form of Barbatos Lupus. So take from that what you will. But yeah, I'm not really feeling it, lads. The mace looks like they've sort of downgraded it a bit.
Yeah, it looks a little anemic.
Yeah, it looks like the mace needs to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the promotional photo, well, the photo from Anime Expo, has the model itself, and then behind it is like the animated version, and the mace is big and huge and nice.
That's true. It's like, look what we fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So I'm not really feeling it. I'm glad it exists, and I can't wait to see the inevitable Lupus release.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that might fix a lot of the issues I have with...
They're milking it all over again.
Which might just be my problem with Barbatos Type 4 or whatever it is that they're releasing here.
I think any other versions of that has B Bandai written all over it, so I'm not.
I reckon they'll make it regular release for Lupus at least.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have to. It's the most popular. Well, to me, it's the one I like the most, so they can't do it.
You tell them, son.
Not allowed. No. So I'm sure we'll see more of that in the coming months. And next up on the list is a Figure Rise Mechanics Gundam Base Limited Harrow lighting unit set. So this is a big Harrow figure.
How big is it?
That lights up.
Because
like
the photos don't really have any reference.
Scale.
I need like a
I think
banana
it's like
or
20
something.
centimeters like diameter.
Really?
So it's pretty large.
That's
Pretty
cool.
large layout, I think.
I'd have that if it wasn't insanely hard to get.
Yeah, I am going to Japan next year, as I previously mentioned, and when I go to Gun Base, I'm sure.
I don't know. They
This will
probably
be
won't
nice.
have them by then, will they? They have
If they do,
a fairly long rotation, but not 6 months. Really? I don't know. I don't know.
They might.
Not
they
to
might cycle it
not
out.
to piss all over your party, but I
Gundam
want
based
it.
limited kits are not that hard to find in somewhere like Nakano if they are out of stock.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but I reckon Japan is the time to find the Blue Destiny. Like, if there is any time that I purchase the high grade Blue Destiny, it will be when I am in Japan.
Yeah, get very acquainted with the post office there.
Yep, I'm sure I will be. The next thing says, last episode we said we'd talk about Shizuoka.
So that's a rundown of everything from Shizuoka, and then I pulled out the good stuff.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's
Below
do
it.
the
Give me the
good
good
stuff.
stuff. Should we just do the good
Yeah,
Yeah. Real grade new Gundam.
Yeah, baby.
looks good.
I'm into this. Everything looks good about this.
Yeah.
stuff? Has there not been one before?
No,
No.
Oh, that's surprising.
No. It looks
just a
great, though.
couple of MGs.
The skirt joint at the front there looks really good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, the inner frame looks so meaty. A meaty inner frame.
Damn, I'm actually really into this.
This has got to.
When was the last
Got to
MG,
get
do you
water
know?
slides for it.
The last MG was the Verka,
Yeah.
the new
Which
Verka.
was
Quite a while
12?
back, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's good.
So I like my new Verka's legs. Its knees are getting very wobbly. I've already got the Sazabi all decaled up, so this makes sense
Yeah.
for me. Like I know I'm gonna get this. The only thing that I don't like are the panel lines on the funnels at the back there. I'm not too hot on those, but aside from that, I'm well in for that.
Yeah, I've always wanted a new, so I thought I had transitioned to MGs only, but
And these real grades are getting real good.
yeah, that's the thing.
Real good.
You can fit more of them on a shelf.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm into that actually a lot. It's just that color palette is so nice, similar to the Mark II. It's just that.
Yeah, the muted blue.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Mm.
So it has highly detailed structure. The real grade design has come to another level by providing this kit with an extended detailing. Part separation and added never before seen accents to the new Gundam are embedded on this kit.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, bless you, Bandai. High quality realistic decals will play a huge part for this RG kit, which I'm sure they will supply to us as stickers instead of decals. More decals will be added to the kit as Bandai Spirits improve the prototype. Okay.
Yeah, looks very good. I'm into it.
It looks really good. Like that is an instant buy to me, at least. So, MG new. RG new even.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Next up is a Zaku, but not one that we've seen before.
I really like this.
It is a Master Grade Luna Maria Gunner Zaku Warrior, and this is actually a redesign of the original Zaku for Gundam Seed Destiny, but they've redesigned that to be a bit more angular now, and it looks fit.
Yeah.
It looks
This is
good.
very cool.
I really like it. I had a no grade version of this back in the day, and this looks so much better.
What is the big tank on its back?
It's to power the big fucking gun, Will.
Oh, right. I thought it might be a nuclear bomb or something.
It's got like a fabric sort of pipe. Like a pipe cleaner.
Yeah, it looks weirdly flocked, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like, it
It's
doesn't look
nice.
smooth.
It's like woven.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I want it.
Yeah.
It
This looks
very
really nice, yeah.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I want it. Which is
I mean,
weird.
it is a red
Not
char-coloured Zaku, but
not a huge fan of that colour, if I'm honest. It's a bit too... See, it's just the curse of the peach. The peachy char pink. But I am
really like it.
fairly colourblind, so whatever.
Have you seen how they're doing the not the cords, the Zaku heat cord power line thing? You know what I'm on about?
No.
You know, the annoying thing on the MG Zakus that made your nails come off. Yeah.
The pipes.
So they've done a different... Yeah,
Yeah.
the pipes. They're different now.
What are they doing different?
So instead, it's going to be molded inside the real grade style,
Oh, cool.
and outside will be the pipes. So
Nice.
presumably, you don't have to destroy your fingernails anymore.
Aw.
A welcome advancement of the traditional Zaku. I really like this kit. It looks really nice. It will go well with my Destiny and Strike Freedom.
Yeah, that's cool. What's up next?
Next, oh, we got a corker here. It's the high grade Penelope from Hathaway's Flash.
This is edgy.
It's a chonk.
What kind of colours are we
I
talking?
hate it.
I hate it.
Gundam colors.
It looks like a fighter jet had sex with a Zoid. What is going on? It doesn't even know what it
hang
is.
on, I've got updated pictures here of the colour scheme. Let me just
Oh, nice.
just going to replace the link there.
All right. I'll Julie get involved.
This is
Penelope.
exciting.
I'm well up for the Penelope. Okay, yeah. So,
Oh, okay. Ah.
so it seems like the big armor on top is like a shroud that you can put on top of the Odysseus Gundam. It's called. No idea. Never read Hathaway's Flash.
Me neither.
But this is something that people have been asking for
Is it?
years. It really
It's
is.
like
Have you seen its feet, man?
it's like 50 quid though.
It's a bit Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
There's so much going on. It doesn't look very realistic.
You're
Like,
looking at
what the hell is that pterodactyl-looking neck sticking out over its head? Like, what is?
don't know.
What are all
Fuck
the
only
flaps?
knows.
I mean, I can suspend my disbelief so far, but this is just taking the mickey.
Advance of Zeta, baby.
We finally found the thing that made Will go, no. No.
No, this is. So I'm sorry, but
Sorry,
Oh,
Gundam's
don't
stupid
apologise,
now.
mate.
I've decided.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's almost 8,000 yen. What the fuck?
it's so weird.
That's more expensive than the new Vercar.
Yeah.
But to be fair, though, these, like, because it is a big kit, it's going to be a very, very big. It's basically a master grade size kit.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah. But
Oh, I don't know. I'm interested.
I'm not too put off by it.
Yeah, this is one where I'll hold out for the reviews.
Yeah, and see a Gunpla reviewer struggle with it and be like, ha, dodge
Yeah.
that bullet.
Good luck, Zaku Aurelius.
Laying the gauntlet down.
Right, we got the HGAC Gundam Sand Rock.
Yeah, baby. I mean,
Don't really care.
Looks
I
fine.
love the Sand Rock,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't love this.
I would love a Verka. Like a nice, fucked up version.
Hey, Callum, hey.
Yeah.
There's a third party
Oh, I know.
master grade.
I know.
I can hear the sirens already.
It's really good. It's really good. You should go look it up.
Say no more.
Go on,
Say no
go
more.
on Samuel Decal. It looks really
Look,
nice.
they're all in bed in Asia. Don't wake them up at this hour.
Hello, it's the police again.
Come for your Vercars.
I'm convinced the Bandai police listen to this podcast. Right. Ooh, next we've got. I've almost said next time on Dragon Ball Z there. Next up, we've got the P Bandai MG 1-100 XMX0 Crossburn Gundam X0 Verka.
XOXO.
Honestly, grow up.
It's a horrible crossbone that's silver and almost definitely molded in a horrible silver.
Yeah, these are
It is shit,
terrible pictures as well, so.
but it does have 2 shotguns.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm at that point fair enough.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And hella nubs all over it, too.
The rest of it is Blackbush Market as fuck. Little local reference for you Southerners.
So next we've got another Peter Bandai release. It's the RG1144 Tallgeese 3. This looks
That's
very nice.
very handsome. That's a nice blue.
It's very nice. I like its hair.
Royal blue.
Like the railgun looking thing that it's got.
Yeah, I like it when railguns like split out.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it has that hollow bit in the middle that's just nothing, and it's just like, that's where the big daddy beam's gonna be.
Big
Oh, that's
teddy
very
beams.
cool.
It's a very cool looking kit. It's a shame it is premium Bandai only. And finally, now,
Oof.
yeah, lads, can I just preface this? I cannot believe this has happened. This is one of my favourite Gundams, and I was almost certain that what we have of it was what we were going to get of it. But no. We have a high resolution 1:100 scale God Gundam coming up.
That is insane.
I think it looks banging.
Now you
It's
say
cool.
that it's one of your favourites. I can see that. Like, this looks like if Dragon Ball was a mech.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, it's so cool.
It's
It's got
very
those big
cool.
beefy thighs, those nice fucking details on it.
This
I think this might be this is an essential purchase for me, I think, lads.
that
Really?
high kick
Yeah.
pose that it's got going on in one of those images looks cool.
Yeah, and I did like I thought the Astray looked a bit weird, but after looking at some reviews for the high resolution Astray, the more humanoid look it has is pretty cool. But like the God Gundam is just a full-on super robot, you know.
Remind me where high resolution fits on the grading scale.
It hovers around master grade.
Okay.
It is expensive. It's 14,300 yen.
Oof.
Expensive boy, but I mean, have you seen it? Like, it's a God Gundam. Like, I have to, I just have to.
That's fair enough.
I just feel defeated looking at it because I'm just like, I'm gonna buy this. Like, I know I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I mean, you spent double that on an EVA, and you reckon this is your favourite Gundam, so
Oh,
there you
one
go.
of, yeah.
Made the
One
decision
of.
for you.
But the thing I've heard about these high resolution kits is that because the frame is pre-built for you, and it's part metal, so it's like metal build adjacent, isn't it? So
Right.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Yeah.
The recent podcast episode, I was the only one that was like, yeah, HGs are all right, I still like them. The rest of you are like, no, it's only RGs and MGs for me now. And now Simon's going to be like, it's only metal builds for me. If it's not got metal in, fuck off.
Seriously, looking at
I want mine setting off airport alarms.
I just can't believe that they're doing a God Gundam. Like, they have no reason to. They have literally no reason to. There's
It's
no
on the
anniversary.
internet, so it must be true.
There's nothing. But it even comes with the cool, weird, circly bit at the back.
What
Favourite bit.
what
When he
series is it
activates
from?
Sekiha. It's from G Gundam. It's basically, Ollie, and for those of you who don't know, instead of having wars, every 4 years, each country gets a representative to fight in the Gundam.
Yes, the racism series. Good.
Yeah, it's that one.
All right.
And the God Gundam is Neo Japan's mobile suit,
Cool.
and it can be summoned with the snap of your fingers. And I wish I'm clicking my fingers, but it's not on this. So I will need to import it from some retailer somewhere.
Yeah, that'll be everywhere.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Cool.
I love it. I love it. Right. Anime games manga is what we have in the document.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some anime games and manga. New Evangelion stuff. So the trailer for the new rebuild just dropped, and I'm not going to go into it. I've not seen it because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But let's just say the third rebuild movie went in a certain direction, and ever since then, Hideaki Anno has not been wanting to make it for a while.
So yeah, I watched this with the trailer.
Yeah.
I've not seen any of the rebuild movies. I finished rewatching Evangelion and End of Evangelion, and then I watched the trailer for this, and I didn't recognize it at all. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, like the third 3.3 goes in a wild direction, and for a long time I thought that it wasn't going to be continued, but it looks like Anno is committed to actually finishing the rebuild series off. And
It's
coming
next
out
year,
this
right?
Yeah. That's big. That's big. You know, I can't believe it's happening because it's been such a I got into Evangelion when just before the first rebuild came out, so it's a bit weird, and that was 2007. So it's been 12 years since then. So, Callum, you've been watching Gundam NT. How was that?
I watched Gundam NT, and it was good.
Yeah? Really?
Do you know what? It was good. I actually enjoyed it, right? So the thing is that they put out that, what was it, the first 23 minutes or 17 minutes or something? Yeah. That's absolutely the worst bit of the film.
Yeah.
It's like just 23 minutes of talking about stuff that happened in Unicorn without explaining any of it whatsoever.
Laplace.
And it's just very much like going on about Vist and Laplace's box and all this stuff, and you're just like, okay, yeah, sure. I can't really remember what happened in Unicorn to that level of detail at this point of my life.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, but like after it sort of dropped, it kind of drops off the whole unicorn thing, and then gets into actually just being its own film, and it's pretty engrossing. And
I hear they do some really cool new type stuff with it.
Yeah, there's some quality new type flashes, and there's some bits of like old footage from older series and stuff. Yeah, it's actually worth the time. It's about like these kids who predicted the colony drop in their like new types, and then one of them is controlling the Gundam Unicorn Fenix. And so it's about the kind of struggles of these now adults in this kind of inserting themselves into politics a bit. And there's a bunch of fights, and it's cool.
It sounds very
and the baddie is called Zoltan.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's kind of just like a drunk Shar. He's just willfully mental.
You can also.
I've got some notes here, and one of them is a quote from the film, where someone says, "She has enhanced muscles." So there's that as well.
Which muscles?
Yeah. I don't know. Didn't specify. There's a lot of music in it. So like during fights, there's like music with vocals like underneath everything.
I like that.
That's kind of jarring.
I mean, that worked for the new Dragon Ball movie, so...
Dun, 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 dun.
Can't say I've seen it. To be
They
fair.
just shout the names of the characters in the song.
It's like a hype man. Like
It's amazing.
It's like whenever Goku is beating up Broly, it's like Goku, Goku, Goku. It's
Oh,
great.
right. Well, this is a bit more sort of non sequitur. Like, it's just like somebody put a song under it, which is fair enough. I've got more notes here. One says the Phoenix is like Mewtwo.
Ooh,
Will's in.
So that's quite good.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know what I'm doing. And the way they try and capture the Phoenix is like reminding me of Ghostbusters. You know how they like set the trap on the floor, and like the ghost.
You know, why isn't anyone described this movie to me like this before? Because I really want to watch it now.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's really seen it, so I took the bullet, and it was good. I would recommend it. The first like 20 minutes to half an hour are kind of like, I was like, oh boy, this is like the most Gundam film that could possibly be. It's just like, thing happening in the past, and also this is the truth. But yeah, when it kind of grows into itself and little fan servicey moments, not fan service, but the new type stuff, and a lot of, there's like gas canisters in space that are like in danger of going critical because of this Zoltan boy. It becomes a bit of a romp, would you say?
Like
if I was reviewing movies for a national newspaper, I would say it's an enjoyable romp.
You've convinced me. I'm going to make time to watch
Yeah.
it after I've watched Detective Pikachu and John Wick 3.
It was good. Yeah. It was good. But also after that, there are 2 episodes of Gundam versus Hello Kitty.
Oh, really?
They are 2.5 minutes each.
Nice.
And they are very cute. It's good. It's like Hello Kitty sees an episode of Gundam on the TV, and she's like, "Oh no, that poor boy Amuro, and I have to help him." So she somehow goes into the Gundam universe and like just kind of flies up to the Gundam, and she's like, "You okay?" And he's like, "Are you sure?" Like it's really weird and good and cute. So
That sounds great.
that's floating on the web. It's like 6 minutes of your life.
So what are they trying to sell you?
But there's more episodes. There's more episodes coming in 2020. What the fuck? I don't know what they're trying to sell me, but it's the 45th anniversary of Hello Kitty, and so I don't know. It seems like someone's pet project that got out of hand.
Sounds like
Someone's pet
a
project.
dark commentary on
Yeah.
Amuro, where he sees a cute cat and all he can think of is a
Yeah.
Shah.
You
Yeah.
know what? It is just that episode where Amuro goes to visit his mother, and he lies in bed and shoots that Xeon soldier. Do you remember?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just that, but with a Hello Kitty instead. Except for
Pretty
if it
much.
wasn't
Pretty
a Xeon
much.
soldier, it's just a Hello Kitty. I'm in for that.
The second episode, like, I don't think it's much of a spoiler, but the second episode ends just as someone's like firing a beam rifle towards Hello Kitty. So I have to wait till next year to see if Hello Kitty is incinerated, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
That headshot like Silly Azabi.
Yeah, it's a heck of a way to go out.
Right.
We've had Sanrio are like, right, we've had our fun.
I want to see.
We're retiring Hello
I wanna see
Kitty
the
by
Gun
getting her
Gundam
shot.
and a Gretzko mashup. Give it to me.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, more Sanrio Bandai crossovers would be nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
Also, maybe even worth mentioning is that Gundam had like a collaboration with a baseball team, the Hiroshima
every
Carp.
baseball team.
Everybody, I've only seen.
No.
I'm just saying this is coming off the top of my head, but like I've only seen merch for the Hiroshima Carp, and it was fucking amazing.
Oh mate, there's a Gundam for Nippon Ham Fighters. It's great.
What?
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, baseball is the best sport.
I like a couple of my friends are into it, and I was like, okay, I'll Google it, and then I just started.
I'm one of
getting
those people.
These Google alerts for all the scores. So I searched Nippon Ham Fighters because that's like I decided I should support.
Nice.
'Cause,
My team, I have an American team. Obviously, because my wife is American, so we're at Pittsburgh Pirates fans,
see,
and they just lost 6-5. Okay,
Unlucky.
I don't know anything about baseball.
bit of a losing
All
streak.
I know is that I get Google alerts for whenever Nippon Ham Fighters are playing.
It's worth a watch. It's pretty easy to understand. It's like 3 hours long, and it's very boring, and it's awesome. I love it.
In for it.
But yeah, they've like the Hiroshima Carp T-shirts I saw was like a cartoon of Char like batting. It's chef's kiss.
That's amazing. For some reason, I've only just remembered that I wore a Gundam T-shirt when I went to interview Mitsuhiro Arita, the Pokemon artist.
Yeah.
And at the end of the interview, he said, "You should have worn a Pokemon T-shirt." so I felt stupid.
What the hell? Oh yeah, Pokemon, the mortal enemy of Gundam. What?
I thought, that's a bit keen, isn't it? You're going to meet someone who draws Pokemon wearing a Pokemon T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like
and then you turn up, and at the end, he's like, "You should have worn a Pokemon T-shirt that I drew."
that's like going to a gig with a band shirt on. Like you don't do
Exactly.
Roll up with a Digimon T-shirt on.
Zoids.
Just some fucking Mpreg Misty and no, wait, no. I'm gonna cut that out.
It's Yokai Watch.
The M and M preg stands for Misty.
Lads, shall we talk about Neon Genesis Evangelion?
So let's talk about Evangelion. It's just come to Netflix. A lot of people are rewatching it. A lot of people are watching it for the first time. So how did each of you first come across Evangelion? I want to know your dirty secrets.
I was into Revoltech toys years and years and years ago, and PlayAsia was selling off some Eva Revoltechs for cheap, and I've got the yellow one and the red one, and they're pretty good. And then I didn't know what Evil was for years and years and years, and then I watched it a couple of years ago.
Nice.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
I thought it was. I'd hated the first episode because it's that very stereotypical get in the robot. I don't want to get in the robot. Yeah. Get in the robot. I don't want to get in the robot. Oh, but I will get in the robot because I finally understand that I can help people. I'm in the robot and it's fucking awesome. And it's like, it felt a bit played out, but coming to it so late, I didn't realise that's where it came from. That all these other shows are building on that. And then it goes on and it kind of reveals itself in layers. And you don't realise that that's what it's going to do, where it starts off as, you know, a monster and a robot has to fight the monster. And then it kind of reveals itself to be these very personal human dramas of a very disparate cast of different experiences and different types of personalities and people all being brought into this kind of one focal crisis point, and watching them deal with that in different ways, like the Shinji and Asuka synchronized episode was like, it's a good Monster of the Week episode, but it's a really good depiction of learning to work together and how these machines work. And then there's all the stuff with Misato and I forget his name.
Kaji.
Sorry?
Kaji.
Yeah. And like all that kind of stuff that goes on behind the scenes and all the conspiracy stuff, it kind of really draws you in.
Yeah. I think my first experience with Eva was, oh my god, there's this amazing anime, you've got to watch it. And I'd watched bits and pieces of Gundam before, so I was like into Gundam at that point. I'd watched a bunch of UC, and to me, because I was so entrenched in those Gundam tropes, Evangelion just like it threw me off a bit. And I was like, this is quite different, because like you said, like as you watch a show, you gradually realize that like, boy that does not want to get into the robot, it is more than it seems. Because eventually it becomes, okay, Shinji doesn't want to get in the robot, but he runs away. He comes back because getting in the robot is the only affirmation he can get as a human being.
Yeah, he never seems to be really having a good time. He's just sort of like...
But he believes that that's the best thing for him, is to be in the robot.
Yeah.
Right? And I find that very painfully sad. Like, especially like after, when this came out, like, when I was watching it, was when the rebuilds were coming, so I was keen to get the original show done and dusted before that, but turns out that the rabbit hole went much deeper than that.
So, Chopes, you've seen the series, but not the movie.
I haven't seen the end of Evangelion, and I haven't seen any of the rebuilds, but Rach hasn't watched it, but we are now watching it together, and so I will get to it, and then I'll do the rebuilds.
Awesome. And Simon, you've seen most of it, right?
I've seen everything. Yeah. So I've seen the TV show, Death Rebirth, End of Evangelion, and all 3 rebuilds.
Blimey. And then Callum.
I've seen the series years ago. I can't even remember if I finished it. I'm terrible, but I've also read the manga.
Ooh.
So I guess I know things that have happened.
So this is an instance where the manga came after the anime, written by someone totally different, right? But it does expand on some of the themes.
Yeah.
I believe it was Roald Dahl that wrote the anime.
Neon Genesis Evangelion by Roald Dahl, with illustrations by William Blake.
One of the...
Get in the robot, Charlie Bucket!
One of the angels is a giant peach. So have you rewatched any since it came to Netflix?
Like 4 episodes.
Okay.
So, yeah, pretty slow rewatch over here.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah.
I'm fully
It's good.
either, to be fair.
What's kind of like struck me on the rewatch is how much sort of negative space it has. There's like moments where it sort of lingers for
too long,
like maybe 3 times as
like
long
an uncomfortable
as
amount of time, right?
something should. Yeah, I really like
There's
that.
a famous elevator scene where it's just Asuka and what's her name? Ray in an elevator.
Solid Snake climbs up a big ladder. Yeah.
There are 4 invisible soldiers. But yeah, it's famous for that. And then briefly touch on my experience. I was halfway through Double Zeta, and then people on Twitter told me to watch Evangelion because I hadn't watched it before. So I watched it, and it's very weird. But I've rewatched the series on Netflix and End of Evangelion, and I've come to appreciate it on a whole other level.
So did you watch it when you were younger?
No, I only watched it as an adult.
Oh, that's very interesting.
But let's get deep here. I mean, one of the main themes of Evangelion is depression, and I've watched it. To give you too much information, before and after I've suffered with depression, so watching it again now is like, oh shit! Like I'm relating to this robot show in a completely different way, and actually to some of the characters who I wouldn't have related to before. So it's like a big onion with lots and lots of layers.
There was a point in time, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, where I was just like, you know what, Evangelion, it ain't shit. There's like no meaning to it. Basically, I was like, is it like people are looking for some sort of coda, like a meaning to the story after you watch it, and I don't think that younger me was looking for the right things when I was watching Evangelion, because at that point I was like a 14-year-old kid. I was like, wow, cool robot, like that was my extent of the understanding of what was going on there. I was like, oh no, bad things are gonna happen, another angel, oh my god, what the hell, oh, it's so crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can enjoy a lot of it on that level as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But the real shit with Evangelion now, watching it as an adult, is like, oh no, essentially.
Yeah.
Because I think when I watched it when I was younger, I was like, oh, like Shinji, Asuka, Rei. But now watching it, it's more like, okay, I now sort of identify with like Misato and what's her name, the doctor,
Ritsuko.
Ritsuko and Kaji a lot more.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
being a bit older now.
I've heard a lot of people say that, like, as they grow up, they tend to relate to those older characters because they have entirely separate worries. They're more responsible. They're more outward thinking rather than the 3 pilots who are more sort of self-obsessed or worried about themselves. Yeah. So should we, like, I don't want to spoil everything, like, obviously I don't want to spoil End of Evangelion for you, Ollie, but we could talk brief, like, top level about the show, what it's about. Do you think it's worth doing that for listeners who maybe haven't seen the show?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so
I think it is worth putting out a spoiler warning that
this is the spoiler warning.
Pretty much after the first episode of Evangelion, you get into stuff that you would consider a spoiler. Like that show starts going places immediately, and so anything that we're about to say will go places that you might not want to hear about if you are planning to do a watch.
Just skip to the questions.
Unsubscribe.
Delete. Throw away your phone.
Throw away my phone.
So Evangelion takes place 15 years after the second impact, like a world-shattering event, which caused a bunch of shit. Like half of humanity died. They're just dead now, and I think angels have started to appear. And angels are like these massive demon things, like these massive kaiju beasts that have to be defeated in different ways. And to defeat the monsters, they created the Evangelions, which is like a massive, gigantic robot that storms about the city, fucking them up. And,
what we later realise is it's an actual gigantic person or a gigantic angel type creature with armor on top.
Yes, so it's not a robot. Evangelion is people. Evangelion is a people.
So if you thought that our spoiler warning was just a bit of a laugh, or you thought you'd give it a few seconds, you've now got one of the biggest ones.
Unlucky.
Yeah. End of episode 1. Mate. We go some places from here.
So there's obviously Monster of the Week. That's a lot of the show, but then there's relationships between, there's romantic relationships, there's parental relationships, there is depression, there is religion, there's a lot of religious themes. Yeah, the characters are depressed, characters are insecure, characters are worried about what people think of them, the characters are
alcoholics,
not who you think they are. Characters are alcoholics. There's a penguin who lives in a fridge. Like there's it's
it descends, like this show descends into some stuff, but that's not to say like you can't enjoy it on a really base level for how it's presented. Basically, like it looks great, it sounds great, no matter how you consume it and whatever your reading or your take from it is, I'm convinced that you will enjoy watching Evangelion.
And then you'll get to the final couple of episodes and then you'll think, am I watching the right thing? Because, I mean, legend has it that Gainax ran out of budget towards the end.
Well, apparently, it was like they were just sort of making it up as they went along.
Yeah, and
Anno was
Anno
very depressed, and I think the story goes is that Anno was really depressed when he was making Ava, so Ava's sort of a reflection on him at the time. There's a really good letter online about him speaking about this, but basically, like halfway through Evangelion production, he got well into. He was like looking up. He didn't know anything about depression or like mental health. And then he started reading.
It was a different time back in the 40s.
Yeah, he started reading about like Jung and Freud and things like that. So the back half of that show is informed by what Anno learned when he was making the first part.
Yeah, and especially in the final 2 episodes of the series, which are very abstract, that's the word. Yeah, very abstract. They're almost a conversation that's happening. Well, I mean, it's
like a dream. It's like watching a dream.
Yeah, I mean, it's from Shinji's perspective, but you can also see this as Anno's inner monologue, figuring this out on a global audience in the form of an anime. But obviously then after that came End of Evangelion, which was the movie, which isn't a replacement for those 2 episodes, but I'd say it's a complementary piece.
It goes a bit deep. We'll have a chat about this later.
Yeah, I mean, there's many. I mean, this is a show where you want to go and read, and as I did, many wiki entries on what the hell just happened. I mean, one way to approach it is just take from it what you want, and read it how you want to read it. I mean, I don't think there's a definitive method. Yeah.
I'd heard a lot of people say to me like that the last episode would almost, they treated them as a joke, and it's so stupid, and they had to make a movie to explain the last episodes of the anime. But then when I actually came to watch it, and having not watched the end of Evangelion, I felt like the story made a lot of sense. Like what they tried to do with those episodes, the ending of those episodes, I felt wrapped up that story, and I haven't gone on to read anything about it to see whether my interpretation of that is true or not, because I'm waiting to watch the end of Evangelion. But if you hear any of this bullshit from people, that because it was almost treated as a bit of a laughing stock with the people that I was talking to. They don't know what they're talking about, and don't listen to it, and just enjoy it. And definitely what you just said about take from it what you will or what you can. Like, you don't need to understand it comprehensively to get your enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, don't worry about that too much. I
You
actually
can
think
absolutely enjoy it on a surface level, totally. And I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
those last 2 episodes are that abstract that you don't take away a resolution for the
Not at
characters
all.
involved.
Yeah, I think I maybe did it a bit of a disservice, but yeah, that's how I had it. You know, when I had it originally built up to me, it was like it's great, but then the last 2 episodes they ran out of money. Like, don't think about it that way. Think about it as if that's how it was intended. And actually, when I rewatched it, I took way more out of it, and actually, it felt much more complete, and it made much more sense.
Yeah. So yeah, after that comes Death and Rebirth, which is like a recap movie.
I didn't bother watching that this time round. I can't remember if there's. I think there's some new footage, right?
There literally isn't.
Oh, it's just the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
And End of Evangelion.
Which is fantastic.
And then we have the rebuilds. And the rebuilds are... Well, the first one is... I won't spoil too much of it, but they change some aspects of what is told in that story, and then it goes wild.
So I've heard it starts off fairly similar, but then goes on a wild tangent.
It's literally what I just said, William Potter. But yes. Yeah.
So
And
Anno has said this is like, you know, now he has time and money, this is the version he can make. But does it, like, I've not seen it, but do you feel like that's the case? Or is it just like, this is just stupid now?
I don't think it's stupid. I think that with the things that they did in 3.3, 4 is going to be quite a spectacular cap off to what might be the last animated Evangelion thing we get. I like the rebuilds are extremely good. Like extremely good.
I'm looking forward to watching them.
Like you should, like, if you're watching it on Netflix and you watch Death, Rebirth and End of Evangelion and think, okay, that was cool. That is not the end. Basically.
Interesting.
I'm looking forward to seeing them because I think the animation in the show is fantastic, but I think some of the rebuild
best
stuff is
animations in,
fucking out of this world.
Yeah, like it's mad.
There is something charming, though, I think, about that 90s anime that when I watched the trailer for 4, it just looked, this looks like a modern anime. Like, it doesn't feel the same.
Either. Yeah. End of Evangelion has some spectacular sequences. Like, it looks absolutely mental at points. It looks amazing. Like, it's such a good movie. I'm very excited to hear your thoughts on it now.
Well, we'll do an End of Evangelion special next time.
Yeah, sure.
But I think one of the cool things that relates kind of a bit more to our podcast is the depiction of the mechs, of the robots, until we found out what they really are. But because unlike in Gundam, where you see mechs zipping around with jetpacks and all that stuff, these things have a battery that lasts 9 minutes, and they are plugged into the mains. There's a huge, so they're fighting through this city, and they're trailing a huge power cord behind them, and they are using not laser weapons, but like basically big, like scaled up assault rifles.
And N2 bombs.
Yeah, and it's kind of got, despite the mechs themselves don't look very realistic. They don't look like kind of very military, but they still have this very grounded quality to them because they've got this big power cable coming out the back of them, and they have these limitations on. But also, like, the animation and the sound effects, I think, superb. Like when they're running through the city, like the camera shake and the sound of the feet impacting concrete delivers a real sense of huge things moving. And
that organic nature of them, and when they can go berserk, that adds like this. It can be haunting and it can be terrifying.
Yeah, like it's hard to talk about it like without going too deep into it.
Yeah.
But just as a side note, like you're talking about that animation style and that sort of groundedness that the Evas have, Ollie.
Yeah.
There's a drama called Blue Blazers, and
that's wonderful.
It's made by, well, it was originally written. It's a manga written by the guy who made Blazing Transfer Student, and he did all the character designs for G Gundam as well. But he went to the same university as the guys who eventually founded Gainax. So you have him interacting with like a younger Hideaki Anno.
Yeah, I've just googled this, and one of the first things I see is Hideaki Anno takes a bath.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it's great watching, but it's like there's an episode where there's an animation course, and everyone's doing these like amateur animations, and then Anno just comes out with like, okay, now look what I can do, kind of thing, and it sort of chronicles their journey and how he met a crazy guy, and Anno also had a girl. There's a great skit. You might have seen it on Twitter, where there's a girl that arrives in their flat, and Anno is just like watching Gundam, and the girl's just like, "Oh, what are you watching? This is like a kids show, right?" And he's like, "Excuse me," and she's like, "I don't know what the Gundam is," and he's like, "You've never seen Gundam?" It's great. Like, I think you can find all of the drama version out there somewhere, and it is fantastic.
Yeah, there's a lot on YouTube, as it turns out.
Yeah.
There's also
Blue Blazers or Aoi Hono.
there's a really cool anime that I like called Shirobako, which is about an anime studio, and they have to they're struggling to get their animation done, and so they go out and find a bunch of subcontractors, and there's a very obviously Anno character there. He looks exactly like him, and you can see Evers in the like little sketches of Evers, like plastic figures on the shelves and stuff, and it's interesting to see how he has influenced so many other things going forward. Like, he just keeps cropping up. Like, a lot of people like name drop him as their inspiration, and he keeps cropping up in other, like, as references.
Yeah, I think probably one of my favorite things about Blue Blazers, going back for a bit, is like the perspective you have, because I think the guy Kazuhiko Shimamoto, he's like he was never as successful as Anno, right? But he was always faced with him, and it's how he deals with someone that is clearly leagues ahead of him. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
But there's elements of that in Evangelion with Shinji and Rei and Asuka all competing. Like, Rei never competes with anyone really, but Shinji very much lives in her shadow, and then Asuka's got something to prove.
But at that point, you compare Anno's relationship with Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Right? And then you see how a lot of that Shinji Gendo dynamic comes. Right?
Yeah. But this show is good.
Interesting. Hadn't thought about it that way before.
Right? Yeah, right? Fuck. Neon Genesis Evangelion, everybody.
So I was recommending it to a friend the other day, because he watches some anime, but I think sometimes struggles knowing which ones to go with. But he also watches like a lot of like HBO style dramas and stuff, and I was saying, like, this is something that you and your wife can enjoy, because it's not, on the surface it looks like, kids and robots, but it's actually, because of all this personal drama and all of these different themes and layers, that it's definitely enjoyable by people that are not necessarily as into anime or anime tropes. And it is a more mature story that stands up with some of the kind of bigger, more mainstream dramas.
I have to agree. Basically, if you've listened to all of this, and and you're not convinced yet, then we've not done our jobs properly, because regardless of what people think about it and how people interpret it, Evangelion is a stone cold fucking classic.
Yeah.
And if you have no other way of watching it than watching the Netflix version, just do it, man. Like, just do it. Like, it's great.
Although it will only take you like 10 seconds of cursory Googling to find Blu-ray rips of the old stuff.
Nice.
Right. I guess that wraps it up for Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Well, we do have some Evangelion questions from listeners.
Oh, yes, so we do. Right. Shall we start from the Discord then?
Let's do it.
Vlad A. Goof asks, favorite Ava weapons?
Knife. Wait.
Yeah.
Hang on. No, the big sniper rifle.
The big power. Oh, yeah. That's
The one that
bad.
takes all of Japan to power.
Oh, yeah. That's fantastic. I like the knife the best.
I like the pistol because it's just like it's just a scaled up pistol. It's like, just check this. I've got a Beretta. Fuck off.
I absolutely forgot to tell you the pistol in the Metal Build is articulated.
What's the slide come back?
So, yeah, the slide comes back and
Jesus.
the clip comes out.
Nice.
Bloody hell.
It's wild. No, the knife is my favourite Ava weapon.
Another good one is the spear. Is it or the lance?
The Lance of Longinus.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
out of nowhere, Rey just fucks it into space. Because like these things are powerful, and then all of a sudden she's just like does a run up and a spin and just fucks that thing into space. And that I remember that surprised me. Like that came out of nowhere, and then they're just like, yeah, that happened. No one really bats an
There's
eyelid.
a reason for that, right? Isn't there? Like they tie into you know. Yeah, I won't go into it, but yeah, interesting. Anyway,
This boy's not seen End of Eva yet.
okay.
English Otaku asks, which other podcast members' disembodied soul would you transplant into a giant biomechanical fighting machine and then refuse to get into it because you're confused about puberty? If an Evangelion was a person, which of us would you want it to be?
Can I say Sam Smith?
He would confuse me about puberty.
It's not LCL, it's just cum. It's filling up in the plug suit. That's a weird question. I don't think I can answer that one. It's a bit too weird. I like this one by Crimson Comet a lot more. Asuka or Rey?
Oof.
I'm an Asuka boy.
Uh,
I'm an Asuka boy through and through.
I'm traditionally a Ray boy.
Asuka.
Asuka.
Thanks.
I think she is
Yeah.
her.
She's the best character in Evangelion. Like, she is the best character.
Her story is a bit more grounded and relatable because she's not got the weird stuff going on that Rey has.
Yeah. And she's not Shinji.
She's not Shinji, but she's critically not as good as Misato.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing.
And that isn't just, horny anime boys talking about which girl they fancy from a show. Like, Misato is just a fantastic character.
Yeah, she is wonderful. She's one of yeah. I love her. Super asks, this is a big one. I'm about to watch Evangelion, but I keep getting conflicting advice. Apparently, the last 2 episodes of the series are atrocious, but there were budget issues and the director was disillusioned and gave up. Others considered them postmodern masterpieces. Others say they're good, but in the way that they troll viewers. And then there's a weird scene, blah blah blah. I'm aware of the film just after End of Evangelion is an alternate ending / retelling. For a new viewer, should I just skip the last 2 episodes and go to the film, or maybe watch them later and more curiosity? I think we've kind of answered this in our little segment before, but those last 2 episodes of Eva are legitimately incredible.
Yeah.
And need to be viewed. Like, what? Just watch all of it in production order.
And I hate this chat that people have about
troll viewers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just like endless shitey hot takes about something which put people off from watching something. Like, for this guy, just watch it. You know, like the series is there. Just watch the series. Like it's not that big a question. But I hate the fact that someone feels they have to ask it because people can't keep their goddamn mouths shut with their stupid views that they've like read on some kind of shit forum, and then just spout out and fuck off. Stop talking about anime and games online.
Everyone, including us.
Yep.
Right.
It's not online if you download it first.
Right. Slippers off Twitter has asked a few questions. The hosts are now the kids. Who gets which Eva and who has the highest sync?
Oof.
I don't think I'd have a very good synchro ratio.
I reckon I'd be the 4th. No, the 5th.
Okay.
Whichever one is well up for it and then gets fucked up immediately.
Okay, I think I would be the mate in class who's just like, oh, lads, I just took a photo of an Evangelion, it's wild. I don't think I would be a pilot. I think Callum would be a pilot. Callum would be an
I
think he'd do a good job.
I don't have 20/20 vision though, that's the thing, so I have to wear my glasses and that, you know. It's a bit of a hassle, so maybe I'll just sit out. I don't know.
Yeah, so what you're saying, Cal, is that you don't want to pilot the robot.
It seems very stressful, man. I don't know. I've got work in the morning and that, you know.
Like, okay, right, you need to play Shinji in the new Evangelion live action reboot.
I've got to say, I'd find the entry paths very claustrophobic.
Scottish Shinji.
Yeah, doesn't seem good, does it?
No.
How on earth do you recommend people watch a show of the given very anime depiction of the children?
What does that mean?
There is
the camera kind of leers.
Yeah, there is some nudity. You don't see anyone's junk, but there is some, you know, some definite side boob.
Business. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say.
It's a product of a time,
yeah,
and that's not to say that it's okay, but it is okay to watch media that has some problematic elements in, if you recognise those problematic elements and understand why they are there, what the creator was trying to achieve, and you don't necessarily have to forgive it, but you can still appreciate what is
presented to you without feeling bad that it exists.
Yeah.
I think that's
I would apply that to the early episodes of the podcast with
Oh dear.
R.I.P.
No, I think it's like you have to separate the problematic elements from what is the art there, you know?
Yeah, there's like, I guess there's the honest depiction of a teenager going through puberty and what they might be doing and thinking, but then there's the Japanese 90s anime trope of, you know, showing things in a certain way. I think they can easily get mixed up, but because the show kind of tries to do something with it, but it doesn't really know where it stands. I think it's like you said, it's half of the puberty thing and half of the this is what we do. Yeah, you know. And if you watch like Gunbuster or anything that they did before, like, it makes sense. Does that get better in Rebuild at all? Like, is it just as bad? No. No. Okay. Straight up no. Right. Yeah.
No.
So that does it for our questions. And lads, it's been a long one. We're clocking in just over 2 hours on this Audacity recording here.
Oh boy.
Woof. We've done pretty well.
It's nice to get back to it. And it's nice to have a positivity episode after the
depression episode.
The pits of Shinji's despair of last episode.
Yeah. This is now the death and rebirth of Gunpla Club. Right.
You cannot.
I look forward to revisiting this in 12 years.
Yeah.
When it finally comes to Netflix. That's going to take us out. Will, do you want to give us the socials?
Yeah, come and follow us on Twitter at Gunpla Club, Instagram at Gunpla Club, Facebook at Gunpla Club UK, and come join our Discord server. I was just checking this, and we've got nearly 300 people on there now. That is...
We
Shout
need to
out.
start actually employing some fucking moderators on there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that though.
Me neither. But yeah,
We'll figure it out.
If you're hearing
We're
this
taking-
and you want to do that, then let us know.
Well, we see you.
Yeah,
we
we'll
see
take
you.
CVs.
Your regulars.
Yeah.
We see you. Anyone want to plug anything? I would like to plug my Patreon fund to buy me the Metal Build Evangelion Unit 2.
That's fair. I'm playing a show tomorrow night in Berlin. Come down.
Right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
Bye. Take me to the moon. Oh, fly me to the moon.
Uber to the moon.